Gaurang Shah, Assistant Vice President, Geojit, BNP Paribas Financial Services, joining us on the phone line from Mumbai. Gaurang, this is Manvi here in the Delhi studio. This is what we're getting from the Press Trust of India, that US senators have introduced a legislation to cut H-1B visas by 15,000. Contextualize this.
Well, Manvi, good afternoon to you. I think this is primarily a bill which is being presented in the Parliament, and it yet, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, it is to be possibly discussed and in principle approval to be given to this cut from 85,000 by 15,000 visas to about 70,000. As you rightly mentioned, these are work-specific visa at the client's end, and these needs to be analyzed in the sense the reduction of 85 to 70 by 15,000 visas. How much does it impact companies specifically, and which companies get impacted? These are preliminary statements which are coming out, and first of all, we will have to see whether this bill actually gets the light of the day or not. So I think what we are witnessing right now is a knee-jerk reaction. If the bill goes through, then I think we need to hear the commentary from the respective management, likes of Wipro, TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra, and others, as to what is the hit they will take in terms of their deployment to the respective client base that they have.
Fair enough. Gaurang, you and I, we've seen this kind of always emerge whenever there's elections in the United States. This development, again, against the backdrop of an election. I'm looking at a statistic which says that Indian IT companies have more than 50% of their employees on two types of visas, the H-1Bs and the L-1s. You said that, you have to take a very company-specific view based on how many staff they're placing at client location. But any preliminary idea of those that could be worse hit than others?
Well, Manu, I think it's going to be a little bit premature, but I think if you ask me which are the kind of companies that will get impacted, without, again, going into the details of that, then I think you will see Infosys, TCS, Wipro, HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra, these companies get impacted if this bill has to see the light of the day, and if it gets reduced from 85 to 70,000. And over there again, we'll have to see, because I think what these companies work with is possibly if they can allocate the backlog to a person who is already there. So, and they can shift their bases and the workload if there is any. So my sense is that neither they are, but let me also say at this time that we have a positive coverage from a long-term point of view on names like TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech, and Tech Mahindra. On Wipro, our target is very near us, so we are just maintaining a hold right now. But again, like I said in my earlier statement, it's going to be important to see whether this bill goes through, and more importantly, the statements made by the Indian IT companies as to what kind of negativity lies ahead of them.
I think that's a very important point that you've made, Gaurang. If this bill sees the light of day, because, the legislation has to be passed. Thank you for sort of providing a tempered view on this. Gaurang Shah of Geojit, BNP Paribas Financial Services, great talking to you as always.